my channel, Alejandra Rose. I got lashes on, I got dark lipstick on. So if you've been on TikTok, you might have heard of this.
The high school graduation ceremony that has created a social media firestorm.
Sign of heritage of where his family has been and how far they've come. That's what the Mexican flag means for Ever Lopez.
Family tell us that they are disappointed and that their son will not apologize for wearing that flag at graduation last night.
So I went on TikTok yesterday and I saw a video about a boy who went to his graduation. This kid, he had, you know how people put little designs on the top of their caps and to, you know, show their individuality, or sometimes people will wear a flag or something like that. Well, this kid didn't have anything on his cap, but he did have his Mexican flag. And I think somebody had tied it, somebody in his family had tied it. As you can see, I'm going to be posting the videos here. And as he goes up, the principal, which apparently is the principal, tells him to take it off. And people start booing, as you can hear in the video. And so she kind of just gives him the envelope. You can see her face, she's so done. Gives him the fake diploma and he walks away. But he tries to take it off. It's just, if you put that cap on, you have to like bobby pin it down. So anyway, so he goes and sits down. When it comes to getting the real diploma, they won't give it to him.
Diploma. It just makes you like a racist right here. Not getting him his diploma. You're racist. Because he's just for the flag.
Parents and him can come back tomorrow and we can talk about
No, we can talk about it. You just talk.
Because he wore the Mexican flag when he wasn't supposed to. Apparently, the kids were told that they weren't allowed to wear any types of flags. This is a cultural flag. If you want to bring your United States flag, bring your United States flag. The fact that he was wearing a cultural flag is very different than if someone brought a Biden flag or a Trump flag. You know, I live in this vortex in California. I get it. When you go to the high school, when you go past the high school, which I do all the time, trust me, there's gonna be trucks with the Confederate flag. Came out that their excuse was like, and they came out with a statement. I don't even have the statement so I can read it to you guys, but maybe I'll put it here and you guys. Somebody actually, the person who was kind of documenting everything, posted the dress code, and it said nothing about any individuality piecing. So no, it was not part of the dress code at all. Well, they had a little protest outside the school. A lot of news stations came. So anyway, so it started reminding me of my past. It was 2010, or I was 11 or 12 then. So I came upon a picture of Dora the Explorer with a sign that said Deported or something like that. And she had a bloody nose and a black eye, and it freaked me out because I was really scared then, like, of things. I was a scaredy cat. Hell, what happened? So I go look up what happened, and let me tell you guys, I have the article here, so I'll read it to you. I think this is what I came upon, because for some reason, I don't remember exactly how I came upon this conclusion, but my conclusion was that the voice actress got deported, that somehow she was illegally working as a voice actress for Dora the Explorer and Nickelodeon, and that she was deported. And that's why they did the face like that, because that's her character, her face, right? I didn't know how I came to that conclusion, because the other day I looked it up, and that's not the reason. Let me read to you what I think I found. There's a reason that picture came alive. Apparently, I did look up why is this picture Dora or Dora Deported or whatever, and I found a website called mostlylegit.com. This is not the real website that I think I originally saw it on, because the picture comes from a website called fakenews.com, and it's done away with. I can't find the actual website anywhere, so I think that's where I originally read this in, but I think this page pretty much tells the story that I originally thought it was about. Dora the Explorer canceled after the star deported by authorities. Nickelodeon has confirmed it has been forced to cancel Dora the Explorer show after the star was deported from the United States. A spokesperson for the broadcaster, iCarly, told reporters that at 10:30 a.m. and see, I think I only read the title of the article. I don't think I actually read this, because listen to this. 8-year-old was the subject of a routine stop and search in which she was asked to produce paperwork indicating her immigration status. Descendant follows the Supreme Court's decision to uphold the Show Me Your Papers provision of the state's SB 1070 immigration policy. After going to her purple backpack several times, and we're going to talk about that immigration policy in a bit. After going to her purple backpack several times, she was still unable to find the documentation required to get her out of her latest predicament. Picture was made after the law came out in 2010. So it allowed police to stop people who may look Mexican, from another country. I mean, they never said it couldn't be someone from Canada or someone from Europe, but of course it's not gonna be. It's gonna be a brown person being stopped. And they could stop them, ask them to see their papers. It was called a Papers, Please law. And if you didn't have them or produce them, you could be deported or sent to jail. You could be arrested. Like, if you had your documents, you had to have them with you at all times. Do you know how dangerous that is to keep your documents with you at all times? Imagine if you kept your social security card with you at all times and you leave your wallet, which a lot of people do, or someone steals your wallet, your identity is going to be stolen. Fear. The fear of people who are here illegally. And whatever your thoughts are on that, okay, they're here. They have children, they have a life here. And now they have to be fearful of the cops. The ones that are supposed to protect all of us. Now they have to be fearful of them. Your neighbor's just having a big problem with you. You can't even call the police to defend you because they can come and ask you if you have papers. I know people say, well, illegal immigrants don't pay taxes, so that service is not up to them. They do. So when that law came out, people were protesting, doing everything, right?
I felt like I had a target on my back, even though I have, you know, documents.
It became known as the Show Me Your Papers law, giving the police broad power to detain anyone suspected of being in the country illegally. Governor Jan Brewer, who signed the bill into law, and Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio, who called himself America's toughest sheriff. After 23 years as sheriff, Arpaio was voted out of office in 2016. In July, Arpaio was found guilty of a criminal contempt court charge stemming from a racial profiling case filed back in 2007. President Donald Trump pardoned Arpaio, a staunch supporter, in August of 2017.
Sheriff Joe Arpaio was the boogeyman. Changing demographic, it's a reaction to people waking up one day and saying, oh, Arizona was getting too brown.
While the law created fear, anxiety, and economic distress, it also spurred many young Latinos to mobilize.
Right? And that's when this fake news website, they did different photo contests, and that's where the Dora the Explorer picture came out. Like, she was deported, but I wasn't. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about my story, my immigration story. So when I was 6, I moved to this country. We went in with our visas, and so we went in legally, but we overstayed our visas, which a lot of people do. And we became illegal immigrants. It created, unfortunately, a power dynamic between my parents because my dad had his residency. He was making the money. My mom had nothing. This was a new country. She had been in the country for 2 years before when she was young, but as an adult, she had never. So at that point, we left the home. We left my dad's home. We decided to kind of have our own space so that our relationship wouldn't be totally torn. My mom was like everything was so against her. She really thought of going back to Mexico because it would just be easier. She had family there. So anyway, when we were at this women's shelter, which I've talked before, they said there was a program for certain situations because at this point we had no way of getting our visas. We had no sponsor. You have to get a sponsor, someone who has been here. And the shelter told us about this program and we went into it and we got our working visas. So that was my story of immigration. Nothing crazy, nothing you know, extreme happened to me. I think it's because I do pass, and with passing comes a sense, I mean, comes a almost like a taste of privilege, and I need to, you know, I just realized the other day I need to use that privilege for good, right? For standing up for my culture, and who I really am, called thieves and drug dealers, and it just, wow, right? Wow. And go back to your country, and just so much stuff, and seeing so many friends support agendas that are anti-me. So whatever, they had their everything that happened, the school finally gave him his diploma.
Family, friends, and supporters gathered outside of Asheboro High School this afternoon to witness the graduate pick up the diploma he was denied last week.
It's crazy because, like I said, I didn't expect none of this. You know, it just happened out of nowhere. But at the same time, I'm grateful, you know, knowing that I have a big community behind me and that we're all in this together, you know, and we'll never walk alone.
He got his diploma, and we're all so happy, and we're all so glad. But apparently it did happen around the country a lot more times, like it happened to other people, so just be aware. So there's my big secret. I was an illegal immigrant. Just because Dora got deported, I didn't get deported, and I'm here to speak up. Stand up for each other, love each other, and I will see you guys in my next video.